Hello and welcome to X1 Bros. This is the podcast that is all Xbox One all the time. How is everyone doing? Once again, I am joined by Mr. Spicy Man, Mr. McSpicy, Mark Heywood. How's it going, Mark?
Good. Thank you, David. It's good to be here. Mr. Spicy Man. I like that.
Yes.
So, my new name right there. So.
Also, I'd like some Canadian bacon. Rad like my dad, Mark Ashley. How's it going?
How's it going? Oh, man, I want to do a shout out to the two people that said hi about our podcast, Mike and Tommy.
Oh.
Yeah, go
All right.
Canada.
And last but not least, we shared the same womb, Jordan Paskett.
Hey, good to be back.
Good to be back.
Wait,
Good.
how did you know Mike and Tommy were from Canada? Let's go back to that. How do you know that?
You really want to know?
Oh, okay. Whoa, maybe not. So.
They're my cousins.
Oh, okay. Cool. Hey, all right. Hey, Mike and Tommy, Canadian cousins. All
Mike
right.
and Tommy, the guys from the Rugrats. Anyways, another excellent week. This is podcast number 2. And I'm stoked. Let's do this. All right, let's go to the first segment. Stay classy. That is Jordan. We have the Xbox One news of the week. Jordan, what do you have for us this week?
All right, news this week. Pretty exciting stuff. First thing on the list, what I thought was most exciting, especially if you don't have an Xbox One yet. Last week we talked about Walmart and Amazon doing a price cut down to for the Titanfall bundle from $4.99 down to $4.50. And now a lot more retailers have gotten behind that. Microstore has gotten on it.
Microsoft Store?
Microsoft Store is on it, and a few other I think Best Buy is on it as well. I think we mentioned that last week. Amazon, Walmart. So a lot of your big name stores are on this price cut. So
cool.
Good news if you don't have an Xbox. Good time to go get one, and it's a killer deal. $4.49 for the box plus a copy of Titanfall.
Yeah,
That's a dang good deal.
I also saw the Microsoft Store. If you're not into first-person shooters, you could get Forza as well.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they have
Nice.
the 2 games that are out? No.
Yeah. Well, definitely, probably the 2 biggest games. Forza's awesome.
Yeah. Well, was
Forza is fun.
remind me, I think it was, but was Titanfall created on the Xbox One and ported elsewhere to
Yes.
the PC? Okay, so those basically the 2 games that were made for the Xbox are available for the Xbox One, essentially for that deal, right? That's what I'm guessing, because Forza was made for the Xbox One as well.
That seems
So-
about
And
right.
I'm pretty sure Titanfall was because when they first announced it was an Xbox One exclusive, and
Yeah.
then about 2 or 3 months later they said it will come to Windows PC. So I think, and then to Xbox 360 shortly after that. But it was announced first for the Xbox One.
Cool.
Well, that's great if you're like on the fence whether to get a PS4 or a Xbox One, really, right? Because now you're paying a little bit less for the Xbox One if you
Yeah,
drop the $60 game.
I actually read a comment from one of the users when I was reading that article. He says it's good if you're like you said, Mark, if you're on the fence because now Xbox One is cheaper and it comes with a game.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, but with the game and the box itself, it's essentially it's cheaper than buying a PlayStation and a game. So,
And the PlayStation Eye?
the PlayStation
Or whatever.
Eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. What's next?
All right, next, more Titanfall news. This one is actually for PC users more than Xbox users because they've been having the problems. But Titanfall anti-cheat is now in place.
yeah, I
and
saw that.
effective. So, and I actually like the way they're doing it. So they're doing it a little different. So, and I have the article up right here. So, Mr. McSpicy, you probably know this the best from playing Call of Duty. You remember all the aim bots and all that,
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that? Yeah.
People map hacking going under the that's one of the reasons I kind of had a hard time with it. Yeah. So yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to deal with that. Anybody anywhere that's ever played a game where hacking is involved, it's very frustrating. You just want to walk away from the game. So yeah, that's good news.
Yes.
So what are how are they dealing with it?
So how they're dealing with it is, so basically what they're doing, and I kind of like this. if you get caught cheating with their cheating, however it works, their cheating software in place, you won't get banned. You will just be thrown into matchmaking with all other cheaters.
That is
So,
awesome.
and I'll read a quote for you. What they said. Quote, hopefully the aimbot cheat you paid for is really the best, or those all cheater matches could be frustrating for you. End quote. So I think that's kind of a cool, different way of dealing with it.
Now, from what I understand, they haven't had problems with cheating on the Xbox One. That's primarily PC game.
It's been that. This is why it's kind of geared toward the PC guys. I mean, I'm no computer genius, but it seems like it's a little bit easier to access the files and hack into them from the PC than it is the Xbox.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I would imagine eventually someone will figure it out, though, and then that same policy probably or something similar would come to the Xbox One.
I mean, I don't know if it's. I would assume it's also in place on the Xbox as well. But I mean, like you said, they're not really having problems on the Xbox with cheating. So that's more of a PC issue, which is now fixed and in place. So good news on that.
I like that a lot. It's kind of cheeky, if you will.
Yeah. Well, Respawn's been doing a really good job with all their updates. I've been reading articles on. They've been doing update after update, and within the 2 weeks that the game has been released. And I've never seen a community on release like this appreciate and let the developer know how well they've been doing. Usually, you get gamers that are upset with things, especially launch time. I mean, people are always frustrated at servers, at everything else. So, generally, I mean, all comments I have seen on these articles have been congrats to Respawn for doing such a good job on a release. So.
Yeah,
which never happens. Never happens.
Well, they have done a good job. I mean, it's really gone off without a hitch. So
yeah, it's in my opinion, it's the best game launch I've been through, and I've been through midnight on quite a few games. So
yeah, me too. And it's really frustrating when you get so hyped about a game, and then there's you can't connect for 40 hours or so until they figure things out.
Hence Jordan's nickname, Captain Midnight.
No, but they've done. This is not their first, patch or release for PC or Xbox. They've been constantly throughout these 2 weeks getting feedback from the community, and props to them. I think they've done a fabulous job for what they're doing. So yeah.
And it's not just aimbot that's being. Aimbot's the biggest one that a lot of cheaters are using, but I guess there's other ones which surprised me. There's other ones that make walls go invisible, make players automatically be highlighted so you can find them easier. All these different kind of crazy hack cheats that are now taken care of. So
yeah, cool,
good stuff.
Isn't that a burn card?
Yeah.
That's the legal way to do it.
All right, along the same lines as Titanfall, something I'm excited for, which I think is pretty cool that Respawn is doing. All future game modes that they'll be releasing, so all these new game modes that they'll be releasing will be released to everybody for free. So any new game mode that Titanfall comes out with will be released to the entire community for free.
So since the game modes are free, which I mean that makes sense to me. But what have they said? What their DLC is going to primarily be? Is it going to be new Titans? Is it going to be? I hope it's not just like skins. Battlefield was notorious for that.
I read an article last week, or not last week, but the week before, about IGN asked them a question about what's going to be in the first DLC, because they haven't really talked about it just yet. I mean, they're still trying to have a smooth launch. But Abby Heppy, she's the community manager over at Respawn, and she's really good. But she was saying, she said along the lines as for new Titans. She made it sound like they weren't going to add, and this is just from what I read. I'll link the article, and you can go read it for yourself.
Yeah, we can put it in the show notes.
Yeah, but she made it sound like there wasn't going to be another Titan just because of balance issues. They had, I don't want to say hard enough time. Well, yeah, they had a hard enough time balancing the fast, the tank, and the kind of jack of all trades Titan together. With the pilots themselves.
Huh.
So
it'll be interesting to see what
and that
DLC
was
is.
She kind of hit on that. Balance is one of their main focuses. That's what I mean. Because think about it. If you break, the game is so fun because it's balanced. You know what I mean? I don't feel that it's. which is
you unbalance a game, you lose your community. Look at
exactly.
the launch of Diablo 3,
So
a year or two ago. So yeah.
And she did make an interesting comment that, like at the start, it was really hard for them to actually put 2 more Titans into the game because of balancing issues. So, so just from what I was reading, it made it sound like they weren't going to put other Titans in, but that may change. They may just be saying that to throw us off or whatever. But she did say in the article that she was still very hazy on it because they don't want to give away too much, but they were talking about environmental things, like how we see some of the animals, like the dragons on Boneyard or that big dinosaur thingy on that hangar level. They're going to be more interactive. So I don't know if they're going to like do kind of a monster patch or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
There's gonna be dragons.
Yeah,
killing me. They're gonna fly down and swoop me away.
It'd be cool if they could come down and take your Titan or something. That'd be awesome.
Like I said, she was still kind of hazy on it, but basically her main concern was we're still trying to get through launch and we'll worry about DLC later. But those were just little things she mentioned. I'll send you the link so we can all read it and the viewers can read it too.
Cool.
But yeah, that's pretty much news for Titanfall this week. Cool. So next thing on the list, 2 of the things I am most excited for. First thing, we'll start out with Diablo 3 coming to the Xbox One.
Nice.
The
fighting chicken.
I don't think it hasn't been officially announced, but they are working on it in tandem with the PS4, so it is coming.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that article. I'm super stoked for that. I liked. I watched a bunch of gameplay when it came out for the 360, and first of all, they fixed a lot of the problems, a lot of the complaints that people had. But then, just it on a controller, everybody loved that. It was perfect. They said it plays on a controller excellent. So I'm really excited for that to come on the Xbox One.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I'm excited too because the Diablo series is fantastic, and to be able to just hang back on a console. I know it's released on the 360, and it's balanced on the 360.
Yes, thank goodness.
I know, which made the game fantastic. So yeah, I'm excited for this game as well. So that's all I was saying. I was just gonna repeat what David said. There you go.
Yeah. So, and I've actually played it on the 360. A friend of mine has it, and you can do couch co-op, which is really cool and stuff like that. But it's not just one of those, here's a game, let's port it over to the console real quick, kind of like how Dark Soul was to the PC. And it's a full-on, like the entire. I've played it on both PC and Xbox 360. The entire interface is changed. It's made specifically for a controller. It's made for the console. Blizzard did a good job porting it over.
Oh, that's Blizzard for you.
Blizzard's a good developer.
Yeah.
Hey, so explain to me what the co-op stuff is. I never played that on it. On the 360, and will that be in the? I guess it's too soon to know. But you mentioned you played the co-op on the couch with your friend.
Yeah. So what you do is I went over. It's a friend I work with. I went over to his house. He loaded it up, plugged in a controller, and I just hopped in. We created 2 new characters and just went at it together.
All right, now, yeah. So do you have like split screen, or is it just
no?
One
No,
screen
it's one big screen. So it's kind of you gotta. I'm trying to think of a game.
Alliance, Marvel Alliance.
Yeah, kind of like Marvel Alliance.
Okay.
If you were to play little couch co-op with it, you're on the same screen and stuff like that. So
cool.
But it was fun. It was still fun.
And
I will admit, on the 360 compared to PC, the graphics are not as good.
Well, that makes sense.
But I guarantee that'll be. I mean,
that'll change
with the Xbox One.
With the PC. So
what's interesting I find about that is they said that it's been, and this kills me. Typical executive speak, right? They said that it's being developed for both the PS4 and Xbox One side by side because it's basically the same type of port, right? But they said, but I can't say right now whether or not it will be released on the Xbox One. It's like, well, of course it's going to be released. Like, come on, why? Oh my goodness!
Why would you say it's being developed?
Yeah, I know. I know, right? It's just it makes me laugh.
Do you know if Blizzard has some sort of deal with Sony?
Yeah, they have a deal with Sony. I don't know exactly what it is, but I heard a couple podcasts talking about they signed a deal with the devil type of thing. Not Diablo. Get it? Deal with the devil. Oh man!
I see what you did there.
Oh man.
I know, what was it? 2 years ago at E3, Blizzard was on Chris Metzen. If anybody plays World of Warcraft or StarCraft, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Chris Metzen. Everybody knows who Chris Metzen is if you know Blizzard. But he was on stage on the Sony side, so I don't know if they made a deal with him or they just
They're
I don't
just
know what
pals.
they're doing. How
But
it works.
so the Xbox One version will be, I forget what they're calling it, but it will also include Reaper of Souls. It's everything.
Okay, cool. So expansion
Yeah.
included. Okay.
So even more of a reason to get excited for there, Mark.
Okay, what about
Hey,
for someone who hasn't played Diablo? How would I sell me on it? Why would I want to play this game?
Because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's a really fun game. If you like, I don't know, how would you describe this game?
I would describe it as
If you like loot collecting, if you like building up characters and getting cooler swords and armor and doing it with your friends at the same time, it's a game for you.
And it's what Blizzard does well. It's a game you can dive into and lose a lot of hours into. I mean, it's fun. So I don't know. Have you ever seen any footage of it, Mark, or anything like that, or read like my dad?
Just like the trailers, the cool trailers that they made.
Oh, their
their
cutscenes are
trailers are
amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Holy
we and Mr. McSpicy and I actually played it for the PC when it first came out. The first cutscene from Act 1 to Act 2 is one of the best cinematic cutscenes I have ever seen in any game.
I showed that to David, and he had not played it, and it sold him. He was like, "I got it." Yeah,
it's true.
So good.
Yeah,
they do
it blows my
excellent work.
mind.
And that's with all their games. They do a good job.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
great.
We're all really excited for Diablo.
And if there's anybody listening who has played, Diablo 3, the original without Reaper of Souls, I should probably mention on the and they completely fixed it on the 3. Everything that was wrong with Diablo 3 has been addressed and taken care of. I don't want to call it a totally different game.
It's what it should have been.
It's what it should have been. It's completely 180 from launch night. And I know, Mr. McSpicy can agree with me here. It was. Loot system was broken. Auction house ruined the game.
Yeah, it was a shame because I was I remember being a kid playing Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, and those were just fantastic games. Those were Diablo 1 was like one of my first online games. Like you dial up the modem kind of a thing, and you get excited, and you have to find the certain server to get in and play, and it was Diablo 1 was a very good game. Diablo 2, one of the best games I've ever played, and I was really excited for Diablo 3, and those systems broke it, and they fixed it in the 360. They balanced it. They got rid of the auction house. And I'm really excited.
They didn't even launch the auction house with the console versions, which was smart. I mean, it ruined the game. And to be honest with you, because what the game is about is grinding for loot. You kill monsters, you get better loot, and you make your character the most bad A he can be, right?
Bad A grindage.
Yeah. But you could go onto the auction house, spend $1 of real money, and buy millions of gold, buy all your gear. It completely defeated the purpose of the game. And I'm glad that they finally fixed it with the new expansion and all their updates. And it's a solid game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm definitely excited for it to come to the new consoles and buy it for that and play it with you guys.
Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, any other news for this week, Jordan?
Yeah. Just a couple more things along the same lines. Total Xbox, the website. Let me pull it up right here. They another game I'm super excited for because I love this series. Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh yeah.
They did a Xbox One first look plus Rockstar video interviews, and it looks awesome.
This is one that
I'm excited. I've got it pre-ordered and ready to go. I'm excited.
You can already pre-order it right now.
Yeah. GameStop and I'm sure anywhere, Walmart, all that.
Where or when is it being released?
Oh, I have no idea. I just wanted to get
man.
October 14th.
Yeah,
October 14th is when it's released.
Yeah.
It's one of the I dig superheroes. I think everybody, there's a lot of, in this community, a lot of people dig superheroes. These games, man, you feel like Batman and you feel badass. You really do. And you're just, it's like your knuckles are bloody, kind of. Oh, you feel so cool as Batman, and Batman's one of my favorites. So yeah, I am pumped for this game. Oh, that's awesome.
And so anybody who played Arkham Asylum and then Arkham City, And I heard there was a lot of issues with what was it, Arkham Origins. I never got to play that one.
That game. It was another developer, I think, that kind of took the reins on that, and
so
I think it was just released prematurely.
It wasn't a Rocksteady game, and this one is.
So this is supposed to be their last game too, isn't it? Rocksteady's.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Well, for this trilogy or this saga,
they're done with Batman after this, basically.
Cool. Wow.
So, and it looks like a good ending.
Go out with a bang. Well, I saw the trailer. The trailer looks amazing. And for those of you listening, if you haven't yet seen it, head over to our Facebook page. The trailer's up on there, and check it out. It looks so good.
Yeah, with
Harley Quinn,
Thomas Wayne narrating while Batman's kicking.
Yeah. Cool. I love it when they get those guys. Is Mark Hamill the voice of Joker again on this one? Have we heard?
I would assume so. He does a good Joker. I hope he is.
Oh, I love. Yeah, he's awesome. So.
Wait, Luke Skywalker is also Joker?
Is Luke Skywalker Joker this time?
Just a cool little feature I thought is cool. One of the paragraphs is we finally get to explore the entirety of Gotham, and it goes on to explain.
Oh, baby.
Big open world.
Wayne Manor?
I hope so. Yeah, the entirety of Gotham. So Wayne Manor, But before it was only like Arkham.
That's what David cares about. He just cares about getting in his Speedo, hanging out.
Oh yeah, man. Also, I'd like to go explore the well that Batman fell down. I'd like to reminisce.
You felt in the movies.
Yeah.
And what's cool about these games is I'm sure they'll have cool little collectibles. Like if you're a reader of the comic books or huge into the lore, you can go to Crime Alley and all these different cool, Batman locations.
So don't they still have like the Riddler doing the same stuff he had done in Arkham City? Isn't that supposed to be? Is that like a normal?
Like kind of the collectible. You collect all the Riddler's whatever trophies or however it works.
Was the Riddler in Arkham Asylum? I didn't play that one, so I don't know.
Arkham Asylum.
I think it was just the Joker in Arkham.
Was it just the Joker?
Well, I know Joker was the main.
He was the main bad guy for sure.
There was a few I know Poison Ivy was in there.
Oh, okay.
Harley, man, I haven't played.
I only played that one. Man, I played that one forever ago, and I only got like halfway through it. So, but it was really good. But
it was good. But I played Arkham City.
I loved that one.
Awesome. So. But anyway, so those are the two games I'm excited to come out on the Xbox One: Diablo 3 and the new Batman. So.
Nice. Well, awesome. Is that it for the news for this week?
One more thing for the news.
Last but not least.
Price cut this week on Thief and Tomb Raider Definitive Edition.
Yeah, I love that. I almost got Tomb Raider because of that. Almost. I'm so close to getting it. I just have other games that I have to play, like Rise. I have to finish that first.
And wait till you hear this. 50% off for Thief. Was $60, now $30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that like 3 weeks, a month after release too?
Yeah.
So I remember a year ago at E3 when the Xbox One was first announced, a lot of people asked questions about their marketplace if they were going to do a Steam type of sale. I mean, you know how Steam works. You have these random crazy sales all the time. And it seems like they are doing stuff like that. So I know, 2 weeks ago, Rise was on sale for about, 35% off, stuff like that. So
it was like $40.
I think you'll see, I mean, we're still not even past the first year. But as more games get in there, especially arcade games, I know Xbox announced 25 new or independent developers creating games on the Xbox One. As you see that, I think you'll start to see more Steam-like sales, for lack of a better word. So that's exciting.
That's what they did with Rise. They dropped it to $40, and then the next week they brought out the DLCs on sale as well.
Nice.
So
nice.
Yeah. So if you bought Thief 2 weeks ago when it launched. That sucks.
I know. I'd be so mad. That's a good point. I hope they got something.
That happened to us with Titanfall.
Let's be honest. Yeah.
But it actually happened to me because I bought an Xbox just for Titanfall. I waited for that to happen.
I know, that's
2
funny.
weeks later.
Oh man, that does suck for those guys.
And then just to go along those lines, it was I guess announced on Phil Spencer's Twitter, I think it was, that Xbox Live Arcade might return to the Xbox One, which I think that's a smart move.
Oh yeah, well he said if the ID I don't even understand their new system, to be perfectly honest. It's like ID at Xbox One doesn't work out for them in bringing independent developers. He says I'm not opposed to the idea of bringing back the arcade.
Yeah, which I think is smart. Honestly, in my opinion, I think they should have it in there.
Yeah,
now.
I'll tell you I'll be honest. I'll tell you my biggest concern right now with that is at Games for Gold. I would like to see that before I see anything. And I think, for instance, Halo Spartan Assault would be a great one to give to us for free under Games with Gold.
Yeah.
I think it's a great system on the Xbox 360. And I'm really jealous of those PS4 owners because they get awesome free games so far
They get great games
on that. And so, and I know that's supposed to be coming, but it can't come soon enough. I'm really waiting for that to come out. So
Yeah, 'cause
well,
I know
we're almost in the second quarter and it still hasn't come. So it's
yeah.
like,
I mean, what was it? I think it was last month. They gave out Halo 3 for free for Xbox Gold members and stuff. So
yeah, and I know that the complaint has been the PS Plus, you get better games for an Xbox countered by saying yes, but you only get those games as long as you're subscribed with the Xbox Games with Gold. You get to keep it for forever. And while I think that perhaps that's a valuable system, I don't think that I would much rather see the model of you get it as long as you subscribe. That's fine because I don't plan on playing those games again. I mean, maybe it's a really good, you know what I mean? And I plan on always being subscribed. I mean, when am I not? We live in an online age. When am I not going to be subscribed to Xbox One? So.
Yeah, what games would you play without a Xbox Live?
Yeah, so I'm just they're coming out with it. It just can't come soon enough for me. I'm kind of, if Titanfall would not have come out, I'll be perfectly honest, I don't know how much longer I could have survived because really there was nothing before that holding me there.
And I don't know, I just really like the arcade because I'm sure you guys all have heard of it. A game called Castle Crashers, little side scroller.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
on the
4-player game.
Yeah, it's awesome. On the Xbox Live Arcade. And like you said, it's awesome. But why can't we bring that to the Xbox One?
Yeah, and it's coming, but it's just a matter of time. So,
like you said, can't come soon enough.
Amen. Can I get an amen? Amen.
But anyway, with the price cuts, that's cool. So if you're into those games,
yeah. Also, I saw Spartan Assault $10. I almost got that as well.
Cool, yeah.
So awesome.
I got Spartan Assault. It's pretty fun. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I saw an article. Microsoft Game Studios Vice President Phil Spencer said that Minecraft. I don't know if we got Minecraft fans out there or Mark Ashley. I think that would be your game,
right up, dude. You know what you could build in that. You could build the world, man.
I know. I just read an article that I'll send you the article for the show notes, David. But Phil Spencer is his name. He said that they are very close to release date. So
that is
they
exciting.
haven't announced anything for Minecraft for the Xbox One.
Yeah, and I mean, I've played Minecraft a little bit on the PC, and I know the frustrating thing was crafting guides. You had to pretty much discover everything yourself, and I know on the console version you don't. Like it's the recipes are pre-made, so to speak, right? So you can figure out how to build them.
Yeah, so it's a little bit easier.
Yeah, I could see myself getting that game. I know it's a soul-sucking life.
It's intense.
Take over your life game, but I could see myself sitting down for a little while and sitting back on the couch and building something.
Yeah, but and a lot of guys that are people that are listening to the show that have kids, they love this. They love these games. Like my nieces and nephews, they love Minecraft. They bring it around on their tablets and everything.
Oh yeah.
And I think the 360 sold 10 million copies.
Yeah. Highest.
So I mean, it's a very popular game.
Highest selling arcade game.
And it is fun. I mean, it's. I remember playing it and then looking up at the clock and realizing it was 6 a.m. and going, what the hell? And all I did was make like a cabin in the middle of nowhere. That's what I spent my time doing. So.
Oh man, you should see people's buildings,
I've seen calculators, like analog calculators on there. They have, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they can build anything. Rad like my dad, Mark Ashley, that you should become the Minecraft guru for the Xbox One.
Well, I remember I would play it on the PC, and Mark Heywood actually told, and it's completely true. It's the kind of game where you're playing it, and then you look at the clock, and it's like 4 hours later, and you don't even know what happened.
And you're like, what happened to the time?
Oh man, and those green little guys running at you, exploding your cabin that you just spent like 4 hours building.
That is really funny.
But yeah, so that game is according to Phil Spencer's very close to release.
Awesome. That
I
is
think it's
exciting.
good. And I think that's smart of them to do it because that's a huge seller on the 360.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always on
What's
front
funny
page.
about that is there you have this new next gen system, like powerful, right? Top of the line graphics, and let's put a little. The most popular game is going to probably be this 8-bit Minecraft, right? Like this graphic hog that is Minecraft.
Well, it's like the 8-bit look, but it's very pretty. It's a pretty 8-bit.
Yeah,
minus what the guys like the weapons and everything. They look cool, or the axes and the pickaxes and everything. The guys look like dweebs. I mean, they was like DVD. I don't know, but it is a pretty 8-bit game. So
Awesome.
that's funny with intense. Yeah, all this hardware.
Well, does anyone have any more news for this week on the Xbox?
I guess we can talk about the matchmaking at Titanfall. I'll go back to that again.
Yeah.
They're updating the matchmaking so that basically, like, if your team plays a really amazing team and you get destroyed, they're going to start switching out teams in between games, and so.
And I think we actually experienced that the other night. You and I.
Yeah, I think so, because it was like.
Well, we destroyed this team and they switched everyone out. Right. Yeah. Whereas the night before we were getting destroyed.
The time where we got destroyed.
Yeah. Whereas the night before we got destroyed consistently.
I
know. Well, that was before they put those in, I think, because they just kept that team with us and we were getting rocked.
Yeah, we were getting wasted.
Well, if you remember our capture the flag game we had the other day, where it was like 1-0 the whole game. It was a close game.
Yeah,
really
that's
close.
true. That's true. Even yesterday, those games were very close. That's true. So yeah, that's cool.
It seems to be helping.
That goes back to Respawn listening to the community and going with it. I even saw an article where they released data on how the percentages of how many wins per loss, and they're releasing that to the community saying, we normally don't release this, but we want to show why we made this change.
Oh,
we're
cool.
making this change. It's really neat.
Transparency.
I'll put that in the show notes too. So
yeah, transparency. Nice.
They're a good developer. I'm impressed with them. So yeah, goes back to that.
Very nice. And with that, let's go into our next segment, the best segment, my personal favorite. Here we go.
That's enough, the both of you.
Ouch! And this is the segment in which we discuss what we have been doing this week on the Xbox One, and we will start with Mr. Spicy Man, Mark Heywood. What have you been playing this week?
Honestly, I've been playing Titanfall. What else is there? I am one game. I've been one game away from freaking leveling that going to the generation thing. I'm still there. I am the last one in this group to prestige.
Oh man, that level 49, you think this game I'll get it, and then it barely moves, and you're like, what the? It's so frustrating. It takes forever on that 49.
Yeah, I am a fan. What I learned this week playing Last Titan Standing is that plasma rifle. I'm telling you, that is
railgun.
Yeah, the railgun plasma rifle. What is it, Halo? No. The railgun with me and David. That's when we were getting wasted by the Generation 9s.
Yeah.
That game. They were using the railgun with the shield,
particle
the
wall.
Yeah. Particle wall. Thanks. I'm glad there's smart people in this group. The shield with the particle wall. Or the particle wall, and that gun rocks Titans. That is made for Titan versus Titan. So I've been doing a lot better with that setup. Anyways, so that's what I've been playing, and I've changed my Titan versus Titan kind of loadout to the railgun and the particle wall. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, getting wasted by those guys really taught us, because we were just using our normal Titans from normal gameplay, right? In the mode we had.
And I used to rock the 40mm cannon with the triple. It turns it into the triple burst, and I thought that was the best Titan versus Titan weapon, but apparently it's not. So that setup was really working for me. But when you're 4 versus 4 or 6 versus 6 on Titan kind of a thing.
Oh yeah.
The railgun is.
And what they do is they keep you back. Huh? Yeah, they sit back, and you have to go to them, and they're just able to waste you from so far away, and then throw down that particle wall, and everybody stands behind it. It's a really good strategy. And when we switched to that, we did pretty well.
Yeah,
we could at least compete.
Yeah,
kind of.
Our teammates, we didn't have George the Man or Red like my dad with us. So
yeah, we were the lone wolves
running off being Rambo.
Yeah, the other guys.
We need to throw in a little like flying V or something like that
Yeah,
when we go
totally.
next time.
Well, yeah, we're gonna become that. We're gonna become legit. We're gonna do that. We're gonna call out, the formation names: Flying V. Let's move forward, right side. Flying. Yeah, this would be great. We're gonna be so good.
So Mark has been playing Titanfall yet again, still trying to get to Prestige, on the road to Prestige.
When am I ever the last one at it?
I know. I thought you'd been the
Yeah,
first
what the
one.
heck?
Easily.
I hate
I
work.
remember.
I hate work and I love video games, but apparently I'm too busy right now. So you guys
I
suck.
remember. I remember playing Modern Warfare with you on the 360. Man, you were prestiging like the first 2-3
Getting
days.
golden guns.
And
yeah.
I'm not talking about just prestiging. I mean like 4 or 5 prestige. You were good, man.
that was back in the days when you really didn't need sleep. So yeah, I don't know. I'm busy. It's been a busy week. I gotta play more video games though. Hashtag play a lot more than I'm doing now. So
So Jordan, what have you played? Anything different? What have you been playing this week?
Yeah, I actually put Titanfall on the back burners. I mean, I've still been playing a little. I reached Generation 2 and all that stuff, but actually, I've been playing a lot of Metal Gear Solid.
Oh yeah.
I was watching you. You were streaming that.
Yeah, I really like it. I mean, yeah, I do still think it's a little overpriced for what you get, but it's fun.
Yeah,
And
I saw you.
If you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, you'll like it.
I love. Only watch you for a little bit, but the stealth kills, man, you're like breaking their necks like hardcore.
Yeah, and I actually, we watched. I showed Mark what I did is I grabbed a guy and I interrogated him, and he told me information about the game, and it kind of changed the way I did my mission. So it's really cool how it's open world like that, if that makes sense. But
Yeah, and last week we talked about how short of a game it is. Have you found that it's actually longer than you initially thought? Like that you can do more stuff or get more out of it?
Well, the initial the Ground Zeroes campaign, as it
Yeah.
is the one that kind of preludes into Phantom Pain, it like the guy who beat it in 10 minutes, I can see how he beat it in 10 minutes. I mean, if you skip the cutscenes and just go straight to where you need to go, you can definitely beat it in 10-15 minutes. But I mean, that's after he played it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Understanding where everything was. Yeah, no, it's still pretty short, that main narrative, but it does have the side missions. It has what was it? I think it's 5 side missions.
Do they have? Is there achievements unlocked with? Is it a full?
Oh yeah. There's
What is the
achievement.
achievement
That's
score?
actually what I'm shooting for.
Can you platinum on
with
it
you.
then?
Sorry, what was that?
Can you platinum on it for your achievements? Is it 1,000 gamer score?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Gamer score.
So there's a lot to do then, just a lot of side stuff.
I'm what you would call an achievement whore. I like to go after them. So,
or
I like-
a whore, if you want to use the acronym.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I think it's one of the greatest thing Xbox ever did was achievements.
Yeah.
I love it.
It is
So
cool.
it's
Well, and I
kinda
will say, Metal Gear
your
Solid.
bragging rights for gaming.
Yeah, I did watch you play it a little bit, and then I watched some other people play it on Twitch, and it is a pretty game. I love. And the sound is huge with me. I love being immersed in the world, and it seems like that game's got really good sound too.
Actually, just a funny comment. Everybody that I've listened to, different reviews from all these different gaming companies, right? They all have the same complaint, like, oh, it's so short, and I'm really upset that it's short. But the reason they're upset that it's short is because that it was so fun, they don't want it to end, type thing. Like that was their big complaint, like, oh, it's so short and that kind of sucks, but it is one of the funnest things. I like it. It is a great game, and that's what everybody's been saying. From
Cool.
to my knowledge of what I've looked at anyway.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. No, I've seen similar stuff on that.
If you're into stories like I know you are, David, their narrative, storytelling, cutscenes, it's all top par.
Yeah,
it is good.
Good.
And,
Well, I'm really looking forward to. I probably borrow that from you and check that out for
Yeah,
myself.
so I've just
too,
been playing all the side missions, replaying them on hard, getting the achievements. So I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Awesome, cool.
And then just here and there doing a little Titanfall.
Titanfall. Awesome. All right, Mark Ashley, what have you been up to this week?
Titanfall, I didn't want to make Mr. McSpicy a little upset, but I'm already at level 35.
On
Generation 2?
Yeah. You get up really fast once you get to your first generation.
Yeah, well, what is
or
it,
second generation.
110% experience?
Yeah, it's
you
much
get a boost?
faster.
Yeah.
I heard you get like stuff like that. So it's 110%. boost.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's like 1.1. If you look at the
yeah.
at your end game and it lists all your experience, it'll say at the bottom like 1.1 XP
I'm
boost.
not sleeping tonight. I'm gonna pass you guys up tonight.
Nice. So, have you? I mean, since you've been playing Titanfall again, Mark said he adjusted his Titans in Last Titan Standing. Have you learned anything new? Have you changed the way that you've played, especially as you've gone into Generation 2? I know it resets your weapons. What has your experience with that been?
I started using the rifle in 2nd generation.
What were you using previously to that?
The carbine, so the assault.
Yeah, how is that sniper rifle? I think I've tried it after I've picked it up off of people. It seems hard because pilots are so fast. You know?
Yeah. Oh, not the sniper rifle, just the hand rifle, whatever it is. Is it the rifle? Maybe it's not the rifle.
The hand rifle.
The hand rifle. No.
Are you talking about the G4? I think it is the G4 rifle.
Is it single action?
The semi-automatic one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I think that's the G4.
Yeah, how do you like that? I tried that because I like those kind of guns in Call of Duty, but
you got to aim at the head. So it's okay, but I've switched back now, and now I'm using I can't remember, the Hemlock. Is that what it is? The Hemlock. So I just unlocked that one. So it's an assault again, back to assault, but
okay.
I like that. I unlocked the electric bolt gun for the Titan, whatever the heck that thing is.
Oh, the one that
the one that like
ricochets. Yeah, ricochets
like,
something.
Yeah.
I don't really like it. It's kind of cool, but I think I like the plasma gun better. But this one's good if you're up close. But I gotta rearrange my Titans because I like die within seconds, and so I just I run into a crowd and try to block them against the wall so I can blow up.
Yeah, I wonder that gun because each gun has its
for that. Yeah, what's its use for that one?
Yeah, do you
know?
know?
To be able to hit multiple items at the same time.
Because the triple shot is like the shotgun, essentially.
Yeah.
The plasma's like the sniper. Yeah. The machine gun is for taking out pilots and removing the shields, and then the cannon is essentially your all-around Titan versus Titan, the 40 millimeter. So.
Yeah, I read that you can hit people around corners and stuff like that with it.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, you can hit it multiple times. There's actually an achievement for hitting 5 targets at once with it. So.
Wow. Okay, I guess I got to work on that this week then.
Of course, the achievement whore's giving us that. Oh yeah, and by the way, for listeners, I get these achievements randomly, and I say what they are. I'm like, "What's that?" And Jordan knows every one.
Well, he by far, I think by like times 2 for me, 2.5 probably gamer score, and everybody. I mean, he's so far up there. And on the 360, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna catch Jordan achievement scores. I can't. He just keeps going. He's steady.
And he knows the achievements too.
Yeah.
That's amazing, Jordan. You're like our encyclopedia of achievements.
Yeah.
You are our encyclopedia achievement.
I don't know. I think it's bragging rights for gaming. Someone looks at my console or looks at my thing and they go, "Whoa, that guy's legit." That guy's
Whoa.
Cool.
That guy has no life.
Yeah, that's what they say. So, non-gamers say that. We all know he's one of the coolest guys that we know.
Oh yeah. So Titanfall, Metal Gear Solid, and Titanfall. Myself, my goal was to sit down and play Rise this week, and then also I put in Forza, and I was about to play it because I was like, oh man, I want to play some. I want to race around. And then right when I put it in, I think Jordan hopped on. Bloop, Jordan's on. Oh, I got to put in Titanfall. So I jumped on Titanfall. So I haven't played anything but Titanfall as well. And I made it to I prestiged, made it to the 2nd generation. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try a new class, some new weapons, get good with this since I'm on the 2nd generation. And then I started playing, and I said, "Screw it! I want to master the smart pistol, baby."
You already did,
No. I want to dominate with the smart pistol. Okay, I want to learn it in and out so well that people will be like, "Whoa!"
So long to upgrade because you can't do any challenges.
Yeah.
man. That helped you a ton.
No way, man. Smart pistol.
Oh dear.
But yeah, it's been good. I mean, It's a game that holds you, and it's so much fun with your friends. That is what I like. I mean, I get on by myself, and I can play some attrition, and it's pretty good. But then when you guys all hop on, that's a
way
blast. Yeah, it's really fun. Great game. All right, with that, it's time for discussions. Let's have discussions.
Is that your sound bite?
That's me. I don't have an intro for that, so it's let's have discussions. First off, does anyone have anything that they'd like to share? Mark, anything? Mark Heywood?
Well, I did, and then when you went on that, when you started singing, it totally went away. From
Okay,
me.
we'll come back to you. Jordan, did you have anything that
you blew my mind?
Yeah. Jordan, how about you? Do you have anything that you wanted to talk about this week? Okay,
I don't know. Yeah,
pass to Jordan. How about?
I remember.
Okay, go ahead.
Come back. Can I take it now?
Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned that just barely that when you were playing, you were wanting to play Forza, and then you saw Jordan hop on. Basically, he probably texted you, right? Because I am still. There's a lot of features on the Xbox One that I'm still eager and waiting for.
And that's one of them, the notification pop-up.
Notifications. I know that they I think they actually took that out on purpose. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, they did. I actually, I look. Well, I actually posted a couple forums. I mean, this isn't official Xbox talking. This is just other people on the Xbox Live forums. When I first got the Xbox, that was one of my pet peeves. Like, oh, I don't know when David or Mark or Margaret, when anybody's on because it's not popping up, and it's just on the 360. Remember, we'd be playing Halo or Call of Duty or whatever. It would pop up. You hit you hit the jewel in the middle. You hit X to invite, and you're back in your game in a matter of seconds, right? I mean, it was a solid system, but it doesn't do that in the Xbox One. So I posted on the forums about it, and one guy, I forget the gamer tag, but one guy posted back, and he was just a regular guy. He said he thinks it's because since you're allowed to have, and I don't know how true this is, but since you're allowed to have like unlimited friends on Xbox Live. They didn't want it to like
keep popping up.
If you have like 400 friends and like 20 of them pop up at once, they don't want it overloading your screen. Or
now there's.
I mean, I don't know how true that is, but that's just what he was saying. I said, oh, okay, well that's a valid
one, you make it a feature that you could turn on or off, or two, you make it so that only your favorites pop up, right?
Yeah, I mean that's like just removing functionality. I think is frustrating as a consumer, and that's not just with Microsoft. That's with everybody. When I have my Gmail, when Google removes functionality, it upsets me because you get used to it, and you build like your workflow around that. Kind of a thing. I get frustrated, and I think that the easy solution is turn it on or off. And honestly, I think the majority of broadcasters, I guess, let's say 1% of the community actually has 400 friends on their Xbox Live list. That's 1% of the community. The 99% outside of that only has their 15 friends that they have from high school or 30 or whatever it is. We would like to see them when they pop up.
That's what made the Xbox 360 so social. Like, oh, he's on, sweet, let's go play this game.
Let's go play. And it was. Everyone's not. The odds of all 400 people hopping on at the exact same time are very slim, in my opinion. So I don't know.
Well, they're bringing that back with this next update.
Yeah,
right?
and I completely agree with you. I mean, that, like I said, that was just some guy posting back on my forum, and I thought it was a valid point. But that was one of my biggest pet peeves about the Xbox. That is the one.
It is verified that it is coming back.
You don't. I mean, I know it's something little, but you don't realize how much you miss it until you know what I mean. It was. Yeah. Because on the Xbox, like I said, it was just they're on. You hit the jewel, you hit X, they're in your game. It was that simple.
So speaking of features that we miss, that I think is the biggest one for me that people popping up. Right? Is there any other features that you guys thought they shouldn't have removed?
There's actually quite a bit for me. One of them I actually want to say this. Not as a negative, but as a positive. It felt clunky to me. The actual navigation. It felt slow, if I wanted to let's say I wanted to hop over and get on a party and everything like that. But I just watched a video on a side-by-side comparison on how fast.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I actually tweeted it out, and I think, did I put it on Facebook as well? Yeah, I tweeted it out and put it on Facebook. In fact, if you guys haven't, I just Skyped you the link. But yeah, it's excellent. And I will say this. I think we think the grass is greener, right? Or the past is better.
Yeah.
But in the side-by-side, I really prefer the new navigation and the new look of it. Anyways, it looks modern. It looks sleek.
I would say it's just you have to know where to go. Whereas
Yeah.
the 360 one, it was more intuitive. It was more
Yeah,
you press the drill and your friends were right there.
Yeah,
essentially.
yeah. But it is. I love that video. If you guys haven't, take a look. I just put it in Skype, and we'll include it in the show notes so you guys can take a look at it. But pretty much everything you need to do is just as fast or faster on the Xbox One. And I will say, my original gripe was the achievements because I missed being able to see all my achievements. But then being reminded in this video of what the achievements look like versus now, I love the look of the achievements now.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's nice. It's pretty. It's very pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, the user interface is gorgeous compared to what it used to be for sure.
Well, and I think because when I first got my Xbox, I was getting frustrated, and David can say because I was getting frustrated with some of the things when I try and do things just because I'm not. But I think it was just because it's new and it's different. And I didn't know how to use it yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
but now 2-3 months later, now that I like you said, I don't know if I could go back to the 360.
Yeah.
Even though I know it looks. I mean, I know it looks the same, but I'm used to the new system and I like it a lot. So. Yeah. Other than the I don't know why that bothers me so much, but
it does because it's a social.
The
Xbox. Okay, so I have both. Full disclosure. In the previous generation systems, I had a PS3 and I had an Xbox. If I wanted to play single player games, I went to the PlayStation. If I wanted to play multiplayer games, I went to the Xbox. I felt the multiplayer in the Xbox was a lot more rich. I felt as though the community, outside of the 12-year-old swearing at me and telling what they do to my mom, I felt as though the community, even the headsets that were included, were a ton better than the PlayStation.
Well, even now, if you see the PlayStation, it's just a little earbud.
Yeah, and it's the quality is awful. If I wanted to play multiplayer games, I went to the Xbox because of that
social aspect. Yeah,
the social aspect and that pop up. Oh, Jordan's on. Sweet, let's play whatever game we're gonna play. So. I'm saying all this because that feature was very important to me and it's gone, but it is verified that it's coming back then, which is fantastic.
Yeah, and it's coming back. Next week? I think is April. Sometime the first week of April, right?
Yeah,
awesome.
April.
Yeah,
cool.
Awesome. What else is in that? I haven't read anything on it. You want to send me the?
Well, there's another. I know they're doing a bunch of what do you call behind the scenes stuff to improve.
Good. Well, it needs
optimization stuff. You know what I mean?
And also more voice making Connect better at listening. Which actually I think it does a pretty good job for the most part already.
Yeah. Except I have problems with my headset controller.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that will be a fix in it.
I've unplugged my Kinect because I can't. The problem is, and this is they're gonna work out the kinks, which is fine. I want them now. So when the Kinect is on, I'll just explain one of my problems of the many. When the Kinect is on, my headset mic doesn't work. It only uses the Kinect mic. I turn the Kinect mic off. There's an option in settings where you can turn it off, yet it doesn't transfer over to the mic.
Yeah,
it still stays there, but now they can't even hear me.
Yeah. I know Jordan has that problem too. I had it once when the adapter first came out, and I haven't ever had it since. And
I wonder if I just need to do another update for the controller. Maybe the firmware update that you had to do didn't go through.
It is better. Yeah.
Well, I know when it happens to me, like I log into a party and it doesn't let me talk sometimes, and I'll reset my box. I think the most I reset it one time was like 4 or 5 times.
Well, and lately it seems pretty smooth for you, right?
Yeah. I'm excited for the behind the scenes stuff. That's what I want. The pop up that my friends are on there and a bunch of back behind the scenes fix all those things because this machine has so much potential. It is so awesome.
I think it's definitely set up for the future if that makes sense. Like with this whole the what do they call it? I can't pronounce the Azure computing. Azure, where they can offload. Well, I mean, Titanfall already does it. They offload, AI calculations, textures, and all different things onto the cloud. So
maybe that's why the grunts are so easy to kill.
Yeah.
So just the fact that I think this is a huge dominance over Sony, and I'm not trying to bash Sony or anything, but the fact that Xbox has and takes advantage of the 300,000 plus dedicated servers for all developers at a very low cost to them. I think that's a huge advantage for any game.
the system is gorgeous. Like even granted, when they came out the E3 when they were announcing everything 8 months before, and everybody got pissed about all their. It's a gaming machine, not my TV. Those features are actually fantastic. At your house, man, just watching TV through the Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
Everything turning on. I saw a Reddit post where somebody had a picture of their power on their remote and said, "I haven't used this in months." It is. I mean, it is definitely a system that will be around for a long time, and I'm excited for when all the kinks get nailed out because it is a beautiful piece of hardware.
Yeah.
It really is.
And
I know when like you said last year at E3, all the complaints. One of the biggest complaints was, why are we getting the Kinect? The Kinect sucks. Blah 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 blah. Right. But I will, and I mean, I was one of the ones, and David knows this. I got the original Kinect day one. I was so excited, and it wasn't as great as it was. But this Kinect, I took it out of my Xbox for a little bit just because I didn't have a place to put it, and I was surprised at how much I missed it. Like I couldn't do the voice commands as good, the record all that stuff is easy.
Oh,
so
that feature right there. So because I unplug it to play with you guys. I need that Xbox to record that because I mean let's talk. I'm badass when I'm telling you, No, but it is so cool to record the last 30 seconds or 5 minutes or whatever you want to do of a cool clip. I mean, Red Like My Dad posted a lot of clips on our YouTube page. Just
from that feature. Yeah, from that feature. That's
you need to see my Forza one.
Oh yeah, you should. I've never seen someone flip a car so much. It's so funny.
Yeah, so this new Kinect 2.0 and all the updates that they're doing for it, I
will make it a lot better.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cool. So with that, I thought we talked about some of the upcoming games. We talked about that in the last podcast as well. I thought I would pose the question, and let's throw this to Mark Ashley first. What is the upcoming game that you are looking forward to the most on the Xbox One, and why?
I'm going to say Shadows of Mordor because
Lord
of the Rings.
Good pick.
Pulling out a unique one,
Yeah, because Lord of the Rings, how can you go wrong with that? And it just looks awesome.
You just finished building the Tower of Sauron.
Yeah, on Rust, yeah.
That's true. I'm a little bit.
So, what do you think what excites you the most about that game? I mean, what feature?
I like how
do you look forward to most?
It's open. It's and how you don't just like assassinate people. You can make them go try to kill somebody, and then they're all connected within. Have you seen that, Miss Spicy? Have you seen that?
No.
Oh man, go watch
anything on this.
Oh, dude, you have got to see it. It does look cool.
Put the video on the Facebook page, so check it out.
Oh, okay.
It's like an 8-minute walkthrough of how the whole game works in the system. It's insane. It looks really cool. Just like you take one guy and he's connected to another orc. And that orc's connected to another orc, and so
what was it called? They had a name for it. I forget what it's called. The Nemesis system.
Yeah, Nemesis system. Oh, basically, Mark Heywood, what it is it's when you kill a guy or wound a guy, any guy, he remembers it, and it will come back to affect you. He'll come back to affect you any other time, at any other point during the game.
That is a very cool concept. However, I've seen the promise of that concept fail, i.e. Fable. I remember when they were announcing that. I hope that's true.
Yeah.
I hate to be the skeptic, but
awesome. They specifically show that in the demo, and from if it works how they show it, it looks like it could make or break a game. Really, I mean, it looks really cool.
Well, you can control an orc and send him off to try and assassinate his leader.
One of his
and
leaders, yeah.
He's not going to beat him, but he will wound him for you. And so,
I'm kind of watching the
and
trailer
also
right now.
those and this orc, if you control him, you control everyone that he controls as well.
It looks like Assassin's Creed with Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah, when he's on, especially when he's on the.
That's actually the criticisms, because if you note it, and I will admit those ropes across the buildings are like the exact same ropes that are. Just
What's wrong with that? I mean,
A lot of people
That's
are saying.
awesome.
A lot of people are saying, "Oh, this is just Assassin's Creed with Lord of the Rings," but I mean, you got Lord of the Rings as one of the coolest stories.
Shadow of Mordor. Let's see.
And look, it's like they got the stealth system. He's climbing
Let's see if we could share some of the sound with people here real quick.
Shadow of Mordor. You are Talion, a ranger of Gondor and a guardian of the Black Gate. waits.
Oh, baby.
Until the night Sauron and his black captains return to Mordor, killing everyone they've ever loved and leaving you for dead.
Oh, it looks so good. And leaving
that
you
was
for
actually-
dead. Yeah,
that one looks really good.
That one does look cool.
But Watch Dogs just came out with a new trailer as well, and I'm getting more interested in that one. That's for sure.
Is it still looking good? Because I
See-
know it was announced
See-
when I was in high school. I think it's
Yeah.
forever ago.
Yeah. Well, this is what I wanted to ask you guys. It's got multiplayer. Do you think that's a good idea or not?
For the middle, well, I mean,
Wait,
it's
for Watch Dogs?
not
oh,
for-
Watch Dogs.
I don't know. It depends how you do it. With multiplayer nowadays, if you're, because a lot of try to copy like a first-person shooter, you've got to be unique, right? Like, for instance, Assassin's Creed multiplayer that they threw in was unique, and that's what made it. That's what made it good. They didn't just try and copy. Whereas, for instance, Far Cry 3's multiplayer, it's just like every other one, but every other one does it better, right? So
Yeah.
if you're gonna throw in
also
multiplayer.
Same with Tomb Raider. It's got just your
Oh
generic
yeah,
third-person shooter
exactly. But the
multiplayer,
story
you know
is
what I mean?
great in there. It's like I'd almost rather it not have multiplayer and just be this epic, which
Well,
it is,
I mean,
Tomb
you
Raider,
can
right?
do it with this. I mean, look at Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2. That multiplayer, the PvP kind of system in there, I loved.
Oh,
I
yeah.
actually like it a lot. It's like when you just beat like a boss and then you get invaded, you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, so that's a great point actually, and I'm not sure on Watch Dogs what is the multiplayer supposed to be like in that, Mark? Is it like a co-op where you come in and you can invade someone's
they
world?
Just brought
Or
out a video on this one as well, and I'm trying to remember all of it. I can't even remember. I'll have to go look at it again and see it.
but was it a separate multiplayer or was it like the world
you
single
kinda try
player
to be
mixed
like
in with some kind of co-op multiplayer gig?
Yeah, you try to take over like the whole place. Basically, is what it
So
sounds
was
like.
it-
You
was
want to
it
be the
kind of-
top dog of it.
Was it kind
Get
of
it?
like
Watch Dogs, top dog. Huh?
Oh,
I saw
see
it.
what
I
you
saw
did
that
there.
one too.
Yeah.
I saw like a little tiny stuff on it, not much, but is it kind of like what Mark was saying, how in Dark Souls 2, and if anybody's ever played, how you kind of invade another player's world?
Yeah, you can help them.
And you go F him up, and he is pissed.
Is it kind of like that? Is that
Keep going. Sorry, Jordan.
Is Watch Dogs doing something like that where you kind of invade someone's world and take over, or is it? Because that's what I thought it was, but maybe I was completely wrong. Or
I think that's kind of the idea.
Oh, if that's what it's
I
like,
like
that
that.
would be cool. If it's done well, it makes it really nice. So
Yeah.
Mordor. So Mark Ashley is looking for, what is it? The Shadow of Mordor? Is that what that's called? Lord of the Rings,
Yes.
Shadow of Mordor.
Again, that's another pre-order.
All right. How
Yeah.
about you,
yeah.
Jordan? What game are you most looking forward to on the Xbox One?
This is probably, you guys are probably gonna make fun of me, man, but this is the game I'm always looking forward to. It's not even got there's no information on it, no nothing on it.
Wait, but it has to have been announced.
Did
It
you
can't
bring
just
this
be.
up?
It can't just be made up. Yeah.
It's announced. It's coming. Hopefully, the end of this year, maybe beginning of next year. My favorite game of all time, Halo.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
that's supposed to come next year.
I'm a huge Halo fan. I've read all the books. I got the movies. I got all the games.
He's a Halo file.
I love that game. That is I will always buy an Xbox.
Yeah, I'm really
for
interested
that
to
game
see
alone.
what they're going to do to make it new and fresh. I really like
So-
what they did with the last one.
Is it Bungie still? It's not Bungie. is
No.
it?
No. So Bungie sold it to didn't sell it. There's a documentary on Bungie. You guys can go watch it later, but it explains it. Microsoft acquired it back from Bungie. So Microsoft owns the rights to Halo, and they created a inside studio called 343. And from my understanding,
Yeah,
it's
okay, I
343
remember this.
Industries is about like 85% or like 80% of the old Bungie. And then like the Bungie leads went off, and they're working on Destiny, obviously.
So what was that last Halo that you played?
Halo 4?
Halo,
Well,
Halo
I mean,
is
if
that the
you
one
wanna
that
count
is that the one that
That's-
343
that's
did?
the newest
Yeah,
one.
that was the first. Well, I guess Halo Anniversary.
I will
was the
say
first.
because that was my complaint on Halo is that it was kind of dated and like you moved in a boxy way, and they really updated that. They made the guns a lot better.
Yeah, I
they
think
did a good
fixed
job with that.
They fixed that in Reach.
Is that when they fixed that?
It was a little bit more fluid moving.
Yeah,
not
fluid.
boxy.
That's
and,
a good.
And
good way
Reach
to
was
describe
actually
it.
made by Bungie too. So,
Huh. Cool.
but yeah, 343 is the new. They're in charge of Halo, and I thought Halo 4. I mean, I know it's received criticism, and there's people have.
Are you going to be controversial right now?
No. I love it. I love
Halo 4 fans Halo fans are
4,
crazy, man. Don't say anything to piss them off.
I know. Be careful what you say. Okay, go for it.
Halo 4 was great. I love the story. I love the direction they're going. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I love where they're going with it. I'm excited for the new one. But my only problem with Halo 4 is when they did the multiplayer, it was fun and it was cool, but it seemed like a copy. They were trying to copy Modern Warfare. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, instead of sticking to
more
what
like
Halo
that.
does well.
That's just what I got that vibe, and that's what I got out of it. And I actually,
you're gonna piss off the Halo fans right there.
Great.
No, a lot of people
Cool.
are saying the same thing. A lot of people are saying the same thing.
Send all your hate mail to jordanandpasket@outlook.com.
No, don't get me wrong. It was fun and it was solid and it was good, but it felt like Call of Duty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
But and that was because the old Halos, it came down to, and this is what I like about it. Everybody is given the same loadout and the same, everybody's equal on an equal scale, and it comes down to skill, and that's what's fun about the Halo games.
Yeah. Cool. So Mark Ashley's got Lord of the Rings. Jordan's got Halo 4. Mark Heywood, what are you most looking forward to?
We actually already touched on this game already, but I gotta do it. I'm gonna say Batman Arkham Knight.
That's not
1080 at 60 frames, 1080p, 60 frames per second. This is gonna be what the box needs. It is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and the size,
I heard a drop.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'll imagine.
Because I know there a while back, everybody was like, "Oh, Xbox this, it doesn't do 1080p," and just shove it to all those people that
honestly,
it does do 1080p.
I would much rather have 60 frames per second than an extra 100 pixels.
Yeah.
I mean, just saying.
Oh, and it's not even that noticeable until you get up to like 70-inch televisions, anyways.
Yeah. Anyways, just the whole, anything Batman, I am a fan of. Even the crappy one, Batman Origins that came out, I was such a fan of. You just bashing guys' heads in.
Well,
you have a cool combat system.
I am excited to see the size of the world that they make, and then the amount of interaction in that world should be. I mean, if you guys used Dead Rising as an example, the amount of stuff that can go on that screen, can you imagine in a living, breathing world like Gotham City what they'll be able to do? So that's exciting.
And even in the trailer, it was kind of cheesy when Harley Quinn comes in and starts beating people up, but then the slow motion where he jumps up in the car. And
that's right in the car.
It's like eye candy. I'm like, oh yeah.
That's funny. Well, that's funny because I sit and think, yeah, right, that could never happen.
I know. And that's how I normally am. Like, you guys know me. I'm the freaking worst skeptic of everything that's cool. And that's just like, I'm just like, yeah.
No, that was pretty cool.
No, and the thing I like about the Batman's game is because, like you, Mark, I'm a huge Batman fan. I mean, and especially if you're really into the comic books. Like, I mean, I just went and bought the new issue for this week on Wednesday. But the cool thing about those games is they add all the little stuff that's in the comic books for your fan. And it's kind of like a little. It's fun to watch, like all the little side, and they have like all the villains. It's cool. So
even all the you can unlock these throughout the game, like the costumes that you can get.
Yeah, your classic costume, different stuff like that.
Cool.
So.
Oh,
Isn't Batman's or Ben Affleck supposed to be Batman's voice this
don't get me on. Don't get me.
That's fine. That's a whole other episode, right? Oh, we could have a podcast just on that.
Superman into this game.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Myself, the game that I'm most looking forward to come out, I have to be honest, is Diablo. I'm really excited for that. I played the demo Diablo. That's it. But I've been waiting specifically for it to come on console because I want to sit back on my couch, I want to loot, and I want to relax and enjoy myself and experience it on the controller. So I'm really looking forward to Diablo, even though they haven't, quote, don't know if it will actually be released. Yeah, right. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Diablo, and I'm excited to play it with my pals.
You mean it's not Wolfenstein: The New Order?
Oh yeah, Wolfenstein.
Hey, I love that.
The original Wolfenstein
installed on my DOS.
Oh, dude, that was so good.
Was
the original,
awesome
when the
game.
dogs came and bit you, and you're this blonde buff
I
dude.
knew about that secret 11th floor or whatever. no one knew about.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
so
man,
much.
that game
Check
was
every
awesome.
wall possible to see if there's a door in there.
Okay, so now that one more thing that I wanted to discuss before we go, and Jordan kind of touched on it. We talked about him platinum. I don't know if there's a verb for that actually. Platinuming, or
Awesome.
getting 100% on your achievements. That is something that I have only done with one game, I believe. I attempted to do it with like the first Assassin's Creed, and it kind of put me off of all the Assassin's Creed because it was mind numbing. But I did it with Red Dead Redemption. Let's start with Mark Heywood. Are there any games that you think or that you look forward to platinuming? That sounds funny. Is that the correct word?
Platinuming.
Platinuming. I don't know.
Platinum.
Going platinum with.
Well, it's the games that I really
Achieving
like to jump
platinum.
into.
Uh-huh.
I could see myself doing Lord of the Rings. I could see myself doing Batman. The games that I'm fans of the story outside of the game itself. So
Yeah.
I just want to suck up and get up as much as I can. I could. And the nice thing about the Batman ones is those are like the old, not the one that's coming out, but they do a good job at making certain achievements hard to get.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and so you can spend time.
Yeah.
100%ing a game is hard when it's well, sometimes it's easy, but that game is specifically challenging, and I enjoy that. And
Yeah.
it gives me a chance to play it more.
Well,
you know?
I like variety. I like when they give you variety in the achievements. That's always good.
Yeah, and there's no. I think I know this question, but I'm just asking it because I can't recall right away.
Mhm.
There's no limit on achievements on Xbox One games, right?
I think the standard is 1,000 still, right?
Still,
They
is that
raised it,
I
didn't they?
think some of them maybe go to like 1250 or so. You know what I mean? Maybe
But that would be with
1,500
like
at the most.
that would be like
So-
with DLC though, right?
Oh yeah, a DLC always adds like 2 or 3 achievements.
why do they do that? I don't understand that because
What do you mean?
why do they put a limit? I mean, in the PlayStation, it's a trophy system. On Steam, it's a kind of a trophy system. Why do they put a limit on the achievements that you can get?
I think
don't
I think for the purpose of comparing gamer scores, like, oh, you got 1,000. Instead of saying, oh, you have 500 trophies, you could say, oh, you have 100. You have completed 100% of the achievements.
Yeah,
Right?
but it shows 100%. That's the number I actually care about. Is the 100%. I mean, maybe I'm I don't know. But
What do you mean? I know PlayStation uses the trophy system, but how exactly does theirs work? I mean, I've played PlayStation here and there, but I don't know exactly how they're because I know it's trophies. It's bronze, silver,
there's
platinum.
no. Yeah. There's no. But I think from what I understand, there's you have bronze, silver, and platinum, but you have multiples of each. Is that right, David? There's harder ones. There's easier ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. I like the fact that there's no limit, that they can add some later, kind of a thing. That's what.
That's what, like for example, Dead Rising launched with. I mean, I don't know the exact number.
They do
Let's
add them later. Okay.
Yeah,
let's just say 1,000.
they do add them.
But in each DLC of Dead Rising, I think they added maybe 4 or
It
5.
it capped off at 1,500.
So I think it's more left up to the developer to put the achievements in than it is the actual Xbox itself.
Yeah.
But
Okay. Anyways, yeah. Sorry to derail the conversation. I was just curious.
No,
but-
that's fine. All right, Jordan. What about you? What is the next game you think you will achieve platinum on?
well, I like to shoot for them all.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Why even ask this question?
Yeah. Never mind. All right. Let's go on.
No. Probably, I'm definitely gonna go for Metal Gear Solid, just because I want to get all
that's a good
the
one.
achievements there. I'm gonna try and shoot for Titanfall. I don't know if I'll make it or not, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna try and shoot for it. So, and then of course, Halo. I always go for all the achievements in Halo. I remember one night. He's not on the show, but our brother Jono. Me and him stayed up from like 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, just like collecting all the skulls in Halo. And
Yeah,
get
the skulls.
Yeah,
And
getting
then
all the
you replay
achievements.
it, and then you get a headshot. Yay!
Yeah, all
the kids
that
scream.
stuff. So, but probably the next one I'll go for, and maybe I'll do it this week if I have time. I don't know, but I'll probably try and shoot for all the Metal Gear Solid ones.
Huh.
So, and just for the record, Mark, you mentioned earlier, or David, you mentioned you can compare games with your friends. I love doing that.
Yeah, I do too.
I love
I've already
going
done
to your
that.
guys'
Superiority.
Yeah, I love going into your guys' profiles and going, "Oh, I got more than him on this one."
That's funny.
See, and the difference between me and David is David looks at those and he tries to, compete with you. I just naturally compete with you.
And actually, it was funny. This last week, I kept going. One of my friends I work with, he has Titanfall as well. I kept going into his profile and going, "Oh man, I got to get this way before he does," because it shows you. And this is what I like on the new Xbox. It shows you the percentage each player is at.
Oh, cool.
On the achievement. So, like,
that's
for
cool.
example, like David's at 20%, Mark's at 15%. Red, like my dad's at 50%. It shows you where you're at in the achievement. So.
I think actually I was at like 80% completion there, buddy.
Well, I mean, it shows you for your overall completion, and then it shows you each individual achievement.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so which is cool, which I like seeing. So it's kind of fun to go into your friends list and kind of race your friends to beat them to the achievements. At least for me, it's fun anyway.
Yeah, Mark Ashley, what is the next game you think you will achieve platinum on, or shoot for platinum?
I'd like to say Titanfall, but I think Batman would be more fun to do.
Yeah, we'll do it together. Yeah.
We'll have a race.
Achievement night.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, I'm sure that game has no co-op, but that would be cool if I was like Robin or Nightwing or something. That would be so fun. Fighting crime.
I think if you pre-order, you get to play as Harley Quinn or something like that too.
As Harley Quinn? Wow.
Yeah.
She's
as one of the villains.
Yeah.
I know in the what was it, Arkham
go
City?
Pre-order.
You were able to unlock like Nightwing, classic Robin, 80s Robin, all that stuff to play as them.
Oh yeah, and in Arkham City, I love
because
playing
you started out as
Catwoman.
Catwoman, right?
Yeah, that was so awesome. You're like crawling. You're like, I'm gonna scratch these guys right now.
Well, my problem was
you're gonna whip them too.
Flip them. Yeah,
I would try to fight like Batman, and I had Catwoman, and so I'm like not as strong, and I'm like,
she was slower in some like when you get them on the ground and you're starting to claw their eyes out. It's like stop. They're right behind you with a bat. Get the guy with the gun, quick! That would be awesome. Play Harley Quinn.
All right, David, what about you?
With her big mallet.
Heck yeah.
For myself, I'm trying to get platinum on Titanfall. There's a couple achievements still that will be really hard. For instance, one of them.
Generation 10.
Yeah, well, no, Generation 10. That's just time. Not worried about that one.
Well,
but
no,
like, there's one like get 25 kills. Like get 25 kills from a Titan drop. That one I think would be pretty difficult. Also, there's one like get 25 or maybe it's even 50 kills of a pilot that's ejected. So shoot him while he's in the air. Yeah, that one would be hard. And there's
most people are cloaked right as they eject because they have that.
The automatic eject.
I've gotten a few of them already. I've gotten about 5.
Oh, Mark, shut up.
But I did get to Generation 2 before you guys.
Well, I don't know. That Gen 10 one might be kind of hard because Generation 1 to 2 is the only, I guess, free generation. All the other generations forward, you have to do generational challenges. And from what I've read online, some of those challenges are pretty crazy.
That's nuts,
yeah. Like, I think there's one where it's kill 50 ejecting pilots from like Generation 7 to 8.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that one's going to be the hard one. But I would still... Oh, and then the other one that I'm a little bit frustrated on, and Jordan's already got this achievement, but winning on every campaign map, because it doesn't show you which campaign maps you played and won. It just shows you... There's a bar, and it shows you how far on the progress you are. And I'm pretty far. I only have a couple maps. But I can't see.
Just played with me. I don't think I lost one.
No, I know. And that's a complaint of everybody. They want, and when you go back in, like even if you knew, like, oh, I lost on attrition on fracture, so I need to go win that again, right? Even if you hit, but the thing is, when you hit that match in the campaign, it randomly puts you on a team. So you may need to win on the militia side, but you keep getting put on the IMC side, and that was my frustration when I had to go back and do it.
Yeah.
But,
just for FYI, I'm in the Xbox Live forum here, or support page, what are achievements, to try and find what the cap is. And it says, quote, the actions required to earn an achievement vary from title to title and are limited only by the developer's creativity.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They changed it. I didn't like the 1,000 cap on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, and so I'm not sure what
So
the norm is.
basically
I
up to
do
the
know that, for
developer.
instance, like old Xbox Live arcade games were 400 capped, and I think now those are 1,000, just like all the other ones that you could get the most achievements on. But perhaps I'll look that up this week and find out. more.
So do you remember what matches you need to win on the achievement, or are you just gonna have to go through the whole?
I'm just gonna go through the campaign again and try and remember. Or there's got to be a way to see it somewhere.
Well,
I've got to look.
Well, what I did
is
was that when I get a new game, I look at the achievements first.
That's smart.
So when
yeah.
I go through the campaign, so like when I lost,
he really
a
is
match,
an achievement pro. That's
like,
that when you the first thing you do is look at what the achievements are. You are focused.
Well, when I lost a game, I lost on Fracture on the militia side, so I just made a post-it note, militia side Fracture. So then when I went back, I just kept clicking that, and hopefully I got the militia side, but it took me like 10 matches before I did.
Yeah.
So and that's a complaint. People are asking them to add in like more specifically what you can choose when you do the campaign.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of play match and it randomly throws you in.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I think it's time to get out of here. What do you guys think?
I have one more thing for Mark Ashley. I should have mentioned this earlier. You were asking about Diablo 3, kind of what the game was like. Did you play Path of Exile that just came out within the last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been playing it for a little while. Just started.
That is Diablo 2. You almost can't even tell the difference. Like it's the same creator. No, I don't think the same creators, but they were obviously
targeting
Diablo,
that. Yeah, they were obviously inspired by Diablo 2. So
maybe they just bought the rights to Diablo 2 and took it.
I don't know. Diablo 2 was a long time ago. I don't even know if you need to do that.
David told me
anymore.
it's just Diablo 3 is just more polished. It's like a nicer,
it's
smoother
prettier,
game.
and it comes out with the cutscenes from God. It's so good.
literally.
I am justice itself. Yeah, and he rips off. Slams down on the ground, and the floor starts melting. Oh my gosh! I was like,
if you want to feel cool in life, you go watch that cutscene.
the coolest cutscene.
So, Mark Ashley, what are you doing anything this week that you'd like to plug?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna try and rent Thief this week and play that a little bit.
Nice.
So probably Thursday or Friday I'll have that.
Nice.
Are you going to be streaming it then on your Twitch page?
Yeah, I'll try to. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I will watch, and I will.
And if people wanted to watch that, where would they need to go?
On my Twitch page. No, I'm kidding. So my Twitch and my Twitter is Rad Like My Dad. You can follow me there. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, X1 Bros. And we do have an email now, x1bros@outlook.com, if you want to send us your comments and or questions.
And hate mail, Jordan and Pasket at outlook.com.
Send those to Jordan, though.
All those Halo fans out there. He's the guy that said that stuff.
Nice, Thief. I'm looking forward to that. I'll probably watch you play that as well.
That did look pretty cool. So I'll probably come over and watch you play.
We should just go all over to David's house and just play it sitting on the couch and stream it together.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Like we did with Rise when that came out.
Oh, dude, Rise was so cool.
I know.
Rise was
you did feel pretty cool. In
Rise
I gotta
was
be honest.
cool.
It was a pretty game.
Slashing people's throats apart.
You're like stabbing them through the throat hole thing down their stomach and cutting their head
You can
off.
watch every expression on their face when you do stab them. That was the best part.
I know.
That's what satisfied you.
It's like we were playing that for hours and we'd still go, oh.
Yeah, I know. So, Rad Like My Dad to watch Thief this week. Check him out on Twitter as well. Jordan, what about you? Anything you'll be working on this week?
Well, I'll probably shoot for 100% Metal Gear Solid, and I'll probably stream it.
Nice.
So if you guys want to come watch me get 100%, that'll be pretty fun.
Nice. And where can they do that at?
You could find me at Twitch, JordTheMan_X1Bros. So.
And how about your Twitter account if people want to send you hate mail?
JordTheMan_XOB.
XOBBOX.
I'm sending you some right now.
Yeah. Jordan's got Metal Gear Solid this week, and your schedule is up on your Twitch channel, correct or no?
We are. I am Monday from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, or 10 p.m. to 12 a.m., and Thursday 10 p.m. to 12 a.m., and then weekends are just kind of random.
12.
So usually all weekend, probably.
10 p.m. to 12 a.m. You mean?
Yeah, did I not say that?
You
Sorry,
said
10 p.m.
Yeah, that's a long schedule if you go 10 p.m. to 12
Yeah. So 2 hours at night, at the end of the night.
2 hours Monday night and Thursday night. So.
Cool beans, Metal Gear Solid. Check him out. Mark Heywood, what will you be working on this week?
I will be working on Titanfall, and
Nice.
hopefully I get the prestige this week. So I'm a couple weeks behind, but yeah. And whenever I play that, I'll probably play that with you, David, and everyone else. So my Titanfall schedule will revolve around yours, David. I think your Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, right?
Tuesday, Thursday, yeah, Friday.
Tuesday, Thursday. On top of that, throughout the week, I'm not announced, but I like Hearthstone. That's outside of the Xbox genre, but I like it, and I'll stream that too evenings throughout the week. So
And
Yeah, I see you post on Twitter streaming Hearthstone. I come check it out every now and
yeah,
then.
it's a fun game. It really is a fun game. I enjoy it. It's kind of like a laid back, kick it, listen to music, watch some TV, and just I don't even focus on the game half the time. So
and where could we watch that at?
Twitch/Mr. McSpicy. You can follow me also on Twitter at Mr. McSpicy. And yeah, hashtag robots falling from the sky. Let's do some Titanfall this week, David. So
Hashtag robots falling from the sky. Awesome. I love that. That is so
So,
funny.
yeah.
I will be playing Titanfall as well. My schedule's up on my Twitch page. X1 Bros, Twitter, X1 Bros. I want to get through Rise as well this week, so if I can find some free time when no one else is on tempting me to play Titanfall, I will get to that and stream that
you see
as well.
people on playing Titanfall. You have to play it. It's
I know,
such a game
right?
with other people.
I know. I will get to that and play that. And then, yeah, if you guys want to do something with Thief and get together and play that and stream that on Twitch, I think that's a great idea. So we'll announce that on Twitter. Check us out, X1 Bros. Everyone else announced theirs. On YouTube, anyone have any videos they're going to be posting on YouTube this week? Anyone?
I don't. I have a lot of clips. I got to have Mark Ashley. You need to train me on how you did all those clips, because I have so many funny Dead Rising clips that I want to upload to YouTube.
Yeah, I would love to
There's,
see those Dead Rising clips.
There's a good one of us, Mark and I, riding a motorcycle.
That's the one. That was the best one. Oh man, and I'm just
just
throwing
go to
dynamite. Oh, it's so
Upload
good.
Studio is what you're going to use for it. It's actually really simple.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really.
Yeah, so last week I said I was going to put out a video on YouTube. I actually just filmed it today, so it should be up tomorrow on headphones, how to save yourself on some headphones. Our YouTube channel, just X1 Bros. Check us out there. Facebook page, X1 Bros. This has been podcast number 2. Great job, everybody. Woo, yeah. And with that, any final words before we go?
The Xbox is a glorious piece of hardware, man. I can't wait till everything is just like butter, because it's going to ruin my life, and I'm grateful, and I'm waiting for that to happen.
that will be a good day.
The day we can ruin our lives. All right, with that, we are going to get out of here. This is the only podcast that does all Xbox One all the time. Check us out, and we will see you guys next week. All right.